So if you have a 0% or higher VA disability rating, I'm going to show you how to increase that to a 100% rating. This is the rating that I have using the strategies that I'm about to teach you step by step. And just so you know, here's some proof just from the last 24 hours of clients. I've seen and helped thousands of veterans increase their VA claims. Here's a couple hours ago, one of our anonymous clients who is now receiving more than $4,000 per month tax-free because of the strategy. Again, less than 24 hours ago. Here's another one. And by the way, these are in our private client-only community. This gentleman used the strategy and took 4 months to go all the way to 94%, and then eventually got his 100% VA rating just, again, less than 24 hours ago. And finally, the last client, again, all within the last 24 hours. This is how quick this can happen and how fast this works and how reliably. So I'm going to teach you. She actually got a 100% permanent and total rating and all of her student loans forgiven as well. So this is powerful. I need you to lock in with me. By the end of this video, you're going to know step by step exactly how to boost your rating if you have a 0% or higher and start winning these high value conditions. Sound fair enough? I'm Jordan Anderson, VA Claims Academy. Let's get into it. So let's preface this. You already know, okay, you're rated 0% or higher, but what if you've been out for 40 years? What if you've been out the military for 50 years? What if you have no medical records in service? Does this strategy work? The answer is yes. That's why we have so many clients winning and increasing due to this strategy, is because it works really for essentially everyone. So if you're watching this, chances are, yes, you're probably underrated. About 8 out of every 10 veterans, it's estimated, are underrated by the VA. So it's absolutely worth it for you to lock in, because I'm going to make sure that you understand this and we get it down easy. By the way, if you get value from this, hit the like button for me. This is straight from the horse's mouth, okay? Let's go here. This is from the VA, just so you know we're not making anything up here. This is the type of VA disability claims and what to file. Today, we're going to be laser focused on a single type of claim. This is called a secondary claim. Now, don't worry if you can't read this. I'm going to read it out to you. But here's what it says. A secondary service-connected claim. This is when you file a claim for a new condition that's linked to a service-connected disability that you already have. Okay, so I'm going to break this down for you. Anytime you see the words service-connected, I want you to automatically kind of raise your ears, perk your ears up, because the term service-connected in the VA claims space is a loaded legal term, okay? So we veterans throw this around, oh yeah, this is service-connected, it's service-connected, saying that just because the injury happened in service, just because the stressor event, let's say if it's PTSD or anxiety or something, happened during service, we say it's service-connected as lay people. But service-connected means by the VA. And here's what it goes into a little bit deeper. Again, don't worry if you can't quite read this, reading it verbatim. Here are some examples of when you might file a secondary claim, and this is going to be key. You develop arthritis that's caused by a service-connected knee injury you got while on active duty. Remember, service-connected by the VA, and they're going to say so right here. You developed heart disease, for example, that's caused by high blood pressure that we already concluded was connected to your service. So the VA is saying right here, hey, we make the rules. We dictate what is service connected. Okay, that's the VA's game. You just got to know how to play it and play chess and not checkers. Now, there's some reasons why 8 out of 10 veterans are rated at less than what they deserve. One is because you were probably told not to go to the doctor during service, and that came to bite you in the butt later, right? That's almost all of us. And number 2 is we don't know this strategy, okay? So let me show you this. This cute puppy here is for morale reasons, which is actually an important part of the VA claims process. Here's the top-down view. You have a condition right now rated at 0% or higher, okay? So this is going to be a service-connected condition. So I'm going to put SC right above that for service-connected by the VA, okay? Service-connected by the VA. So what if I told you from this condition that's service connected by the VA, we can essentially have near infinite possibilities to connect other conditions and get them service connected on what's called a secondary basis. So we know that typically, here, I'll break this down for us right here. Typically, we were in the military, which caused us to get some type of condition. This could be you were jumping down from heavy equipment and injured your back. You were doing road marches, ruck marches. You were in combat boots, which gave you, plantar fasciitis, whatever it is, right? The military led to a condition. We all know how this works. Okay, let me try to get this condition rated. Here is where we're going to expand and kind of play some chess. And you've got to do this because really, to get acknowledged for all of the impacts of your conditions, you're going to have to go extend one step further, which is exactly what we're doing. The military caused a condition, and that condition, which is a service-connected condition, meaning we're rated for it at 0% or higher, has now caused or aggravated another condition, okay? This is how secondary claims work. Now, you're going to see that you can actually use this to very quickly get a 100% VA disability rating. And you're going to see why right now. By the way, if you're getting value from this video, hit the thumbs up button for me. Let's give you a bad case scenario. Let's say that right now you're rated at 0%. Let's call it hearing loss. Let's say you have 0% for hearing loss, and that's all you got. I'm going to write here your new rating, which is going to be 70% just with one condition. Just with one condition, okay? Why is that? Because the average mental rating, okay, so we're talking about anxiety, depression, adjustment disorder, PTSD, anything mental related, even insomnia, right? The average rating, so the compensation for that is a 70% rating. That's just average, okay? It goes higher. You can get a 100% rating just off of one mental condition. So if you are currently rated at 0% for hearing loss, you can connect this mental condition to your hearing loss, okay? And that's just one example. When you account for the mental impacts that your existing service-connected conditions have, and you get that documented, there is what is called a nexus. Now, a nexus is VA claims jargon for service connection, okay? A nexus is VA claims jargon for service connection, meaning this line right here is our nexus. Understand, without a nexus, we have no connection between this service-connected condition and your 70%, which you need connected, otherwise you're not getting paid, right? You're not getting this acknowledged by the VA. Without this nexus, you have no connection. Why? Because a nexus is a fancy word for connection. What I see happen all the time with clients at an incredible rate, again, you just saw the proof, right? It's just 3 at super high ratings, above $4,000 per month, just in the last 24 hours. This is how it's done. Here's the problem that most veterans have. It's getting the nexus, right? Obviously, it looks easy when I draw it on the board, but how do you actually get the nexus? Okay, yes, I have tinnitus, which the ringing in my ears is driving me crazy, let's say. But how do I actually get a rating from that? Well, we're going to want one thing. The best way to go about obtaining a nexus, especially now that you're out of the military or that you have very little records from treatment of this new condition, let's say, from in the military, or what if you just got it diagnosed tomorrow, right? Obviously, you weren't treated during active duty. You're going to need what's called a nexus letter. I'm going to abbreviate that to NL. Now, this could be either difficult to acquire, but maybe for free, you can acquire it for free, or it could be easier to acquire, but at that point, maybe it's a little expensive because you're paying for your doctor's times out of pocket. Let me explain. First, what is a nexus letter? So again, that key jargon phrase nexus, that means service connection, and then letter. So all it is a doctor's note, essentially, that has some fancy magic words, at least as likely as not, on it. It's the doctor giving their opinion that your condition that you're trying to get service connected is at least as likely as not, in this case, caused by your other service connected condition. Let me break that down even further. Your doctor is giving their opinion that your back pain, which you're trying to get service connected for, because as if you've seen my back pain video, you'll know that that's like a gold mine VA rating. You can get 60% or higher just for back pain. You know that your service connected knee condition, which you're only rated for at 10%, is causing you to walk a little abnormally because you have a limp. And that only after walking abnormally, that's when your back pain started to develop. So there's a clear connection that, hey, you know what? My abnormal gait, GAIT, has worked its way up to my back because it's the human body. The human body's connected. We're not floating parts of body parts. What can I do to get the VA to hear that? How can I get back service connected secondary to my knee? We do that through a nexus letter. That's the doctor's note. I hope that makes sense for you. What's the best place to get this? Oh, there's two ways. The gold standard of a nexus letter, truly, is if your own doctor, your treating doctor, will sign one for you. And the reason I say sign one for you and not write one for you is because you don't want them to write one for you, okay? One, it will take them 40 minutes of their time. They're not going to like you. They're probably not even going to say yes to that. Two, even if they do write it, remember how I said it has to have magic words? There has to be magic words, meaning key legal terms on this nexus letter. Otherwise, the VA is going to throw it away. You wasted your time, okay? So if you think that your own doctor will be willing to sign a nexus letter for you, do yourself a favor, go to freenexusletters.com, print yourself out the free nexus letter template, which they can just edit. It'll take them 10 minutes, and then sign. And that would be a valid nexus, again, to get this stuff connected, right? We're going to go through here some other secondary claims because, again, it's near infinite possibilities based on what condition that you have already existing service connected, but also what you can connect to it. It's incredible, and this is why so many people are winning. But if your doctor, and by the way, the links are going to be down the description below for everything that I talk about. If your doctor won't sign a nexus letter, and this is most of us, right? Most of our doctors are not going to want to go out there and sign a nexus letter for us, but you still need one because you still need a nexus to connect these conditions. You're going to want to go to vadisabilitydoctors.com. Let me write that on the board. You're going to want to go to vadisabilitydoctors.com. vadisabilitydoctors.com is the best place to find military veteran-friendly doctors, okay, who are board certified. So that's what you want when you're getting a nexus letter, especially when you're buying one that's not from your treating doctor, right? Is you want them to be credible. A lot of the doctors that you see, especially inexpensive nexus letter farms, it's not as credible. You want to waste your time claiming and ultimately getting denied and having that questionable evidence on your record forever. So vadisabilitydoctors.com. And right now you can get a free consultation, first come, first serve basis. Okay. By the way, I'm going to link this in the description as well as the first comment below. So let me give you just a clear 3-step SOP that you can use right now to increase your VA disability rating and probably make, most likely, and this is typical, a 4-figure difference per month in your tax-free passive income. Is that fair enough? So step 1, you're going to want to identify which service-connected condition is causing either your aggravation, maybe you're getting short with your wife, right? And you haven't even noticed that maybe this could be due to my hearing loss or due to the ringing in my ears, the buzzing in my ears, or this could be due to my service-connected headaches. And I haven't even put 2 and 2 together. People have been telling me I'm acting like a jerk. I've gotten written up at work, and this might even be due to my service-connected knee, right? So whatever condition, I'm going to write SC right here, okay? You need to identify which service-connected condition or conditions is causing you either distress or another ailment. right? Another ailment. What about if your asthma, which is service connected, or your sinusitis, which is service connected, that could be causing your obstructive sleep apnea, right? We're talking about OSA as of the time of filming this video, a 50% high value claim, which is shown to be linked to other respiratory conditions, right? So step one is identify which service connected condition are we looking to use as kind of the anchor to hang other things off of. Number two, you're going to want to secure medical evidence. Now, one of the links in the description below I'll include as well is a master list of essentially all the secondary claims that we have seen won here at VA Claims Academy. So I would consider this the list of viable, if you will, secondary claims where veterans have won in the past. Technically, you can claim anything secondary to anything and have a shot at winning as long as you have a nexus letter, right? Or a nexus opinion from a doctor who agrees with you. So when I say medical evidence, this doesn't mean you had to have gone to the doctor during service. This could mean you have a brand new diagnosis for something. Let's call it Meniere's disease, right? Let's say you have Meniere's disease, but you're already existing service connected for tinnitus, right? The ringing in your ears, let's say. So your Meniere's disease, you just got diagnosed. However, you have the medical evidence, which is a nexus letter, because this is a doctor's note. This is medical evidence. So you see how powerful it is to be able to acquire medical evidence, especially from a board certified doctor, to make up for the fact that you were told in the service, don't see the medical doctor, don't go to sick bay. So most of us, right, let's say 8 out of 10 veterans are underrated. A lot of that is because not going to the doctor, there's lack of medical evidence. So the fact that we can pile on medical evidence now is so crucial because that's what we're starving for, okay? In this case, you have your, what would that be? An ear, nose, throat? I think that would be an ENT, right? Ear, nose, throat specialist who would opine, give their opinion that your Meniere's disease could at least as likely be, or could at least as likely as not, 50% chance or greater, be caused by your tinnitus, right? Let's say that you have more than 2 dizzy spells per week with your Meniere's disease, and boom, you qualify for, I believe that's 100% VA disability rating, just right there from Meniere's disease. Do you see how powerful this strategy can be and why so many veterans are winning using this? By the way, if you're getting value from this, definitely hit the like button. More importantly, share this with someone who needs it. Number 3, okay? So the final step here. This one's my specialty. Lay evidence. All of my, old-time followers are tired of me talking about this. There is different types of evidence in VA claims. Fellow vets, lock in. You need to hear this right now. There are different types of evidence for your VA claim. If you want to master this process and maximize your tax-free passive pension, which doesn't even exist in the financial world, right? Let's pause for a second here. If I told you that, hey fella, I just met you on the street. Hey, buy this one stock and you're going to get, up to $4,000 per month for the rest of your life tax-free. You would say, get out of here, scammer. That's impossible, right? But that's what is at stake here in this process. So it's worth it for us to take this seriously because this stuff doesn't exist. This is such a blessing. Obviously you can never win that trade. You can never exchange your health for dollars and come out ahead. However, the actual tax-free passive pension, if you're not maximizing that and getting rated what you deserve, you're giving up something that's really could be impactful to your household. So lay evidence here is one aspect of VA claims. So too is medical evidence. And the last is something like personnel evidence, okay? So, or duty history. This is your DD-214. This is the list of duty locations that you spent time at, your MOS. What is so powerful about lay evidence, and when I say this, I particularly mean personal statements. You're going to hear a lot of veterans talking about buddy letters. I think buddy letters are essentially almost useless. If you have a correct personal statement and you've written it well, and you have your nexus letter, you've written it well, buddy letters are really like very redundant at that point. A personal statement is going to tie together exactly how your service-connected condition has caused this new condition that you're looking to get service-connected, but coming from you as the layperson. But lay evidence counts as actual evidence, just like medical evidence does. But now you're able to speak directly to the person rating your VA claim and tell your side of the story. You can translate your true stories into the VA's language this way, and it's a powerful tool, and it's exactly why I focus on it so much for clients. Now, after that, you're done. You've got a great package here that you could submit and have a really good shot at winning secondary claims. Now, why do I say have a really good shot? Let's break this down for a second. Right here, we have a normal primary claim. These are things that you're familiar with. I got hurt during the service, and I got a rating for that condition. This is a simple claim. There's very few moving parts, okay? Just like with, let's say, luxury vehicles, right? The more moving parts, the more stuff there is to break. Electronics can fail, sensors can fail. There's complexity, which automatically lowers the reliability by default here, okay? Everything has a price. In this case, we have a condition which is causing another condition which we're looking to get a rating for. There's a lot of space here in between where a human being can weigh in and give you and insert their bad opinion into. Okay, this could be your C&P examiner. This could be your VA disability rater, okay, your rating adjudicator. These things can happen. The more complex the claim, the less reliable the claim. However, with these high-value claims especially, and again, at the prospect of getting rated what you deserve, not only for the tax-free passive pension for you and your family, but also to be acknowledged that, hey, you know what? We believe you. This did happen during service. This was caused by your service. It's absolutely worth it to go for these, okay? And what's the easiest way to do this, y'all? Go into your local veteran service organization. That's a great way to start because they can file what's called an intent to file on your behalf, which opens up an entire year window where if you win, and when you win your VA disability increase, you get backdated pay starting from that intent to file date. So if you're comfortable doing that online, I want you to do that right now. Open up a new tab, create your intent to file. That way, once you win your VA claim increase, you're getting backdated pay from the day that you saw this video. What's next? Start looking for that medical evidence, right? If your new condition isn't diagnosed yet, then it doesn't exist yet, does it? At least not on paper. So get that new condition diagnosed, okay? By the way, vadisabilitydoctors.com, these doctors can actually diagnose you with conditions as well. So get that started, okay? Create your intent to file, step 1. Step 2, go to vadisabilitydoctors.com. Start gathering that medical evidence that you'll need. Step 3, you can either go to VA Claims Academy or you can write your personal statements on your own, but you're going to want to fill out your lay evidence, right? So these are personal statements. Hey, my name is Michael. I have a service connected for my tinnitus, which is ringing in my ears, and it triggers these migraines that I have. These migraines aren't service connected yet. I have to lie down in a dark room, and it makes me miss work, things like that, right? So you're able to get this secondary claim rated at 50% attached to the tinnitus. But not only that, right? What if these tinnitus episodes are also causing you mental symptoms to now, on average, you're getting a 70% for mental connected to your tinnitus. So you have a 70% plus a 50% for that just initial 10% disability claim. You're at a 90% rating just from tinnitus, okay? This is how quick that your claim rating can skyrocket using this category. VSO, vadisabilitydoctors.com, okay? Open up your intent to file, get your medical evidence, and get started today. I really hope this helped you out, vets. I'll see you in the next one. Cheers.